Good morning, I'm God's Scribe Roger, and this is GSR News. God's News today. Will God destroy sinners? God has destroyed sinners and does today. Let's take a look at some of the words that Jesus spoke and see if they apply today. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, King James Bible only. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation. Is that happening? And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Is that happening? And pestilences. Is that happening? And earthquakes. Is that happening? In different places, Jesus said. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 1 through 9, King James Bible only. Give ear, O you heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe you greatness to our God. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment. A God of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are perverse and crooked generation. Do you thus requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he your Father that hath bought you? Hath he not made you and established you? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show you, your elders, and they will tell you. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Let's take a look at the judgments of God. Joshua chapter 6, 20 through 21, King James Bible only, verse 20. So the people shouted when the priests blew with the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep, and donkey, with the edge of the sword. Remember the flood, people? Remember Noah's flood? Only 8 people survived, plus the animals that God selected for Noah to put on the ark. Joshua chapter 10, verses 11 through 14, King James Bible only. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them to Azekah. And they died, and they were more which died with the hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Then spoke Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand you still upon Gibeon, and you moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord listened to the voice of a man. For the Lord fought for Israel. Russia, don't think that you can overthrow Israel. I know who you are, Gog and Magog. You shall be dead, corpses, on the mountains of Israel. And God shall call the animals and the birds to come and eat your flesh. You think that because the Ukraine has fallen so easily before you, that you can just run right down to Israel and take it over? I know it's you who's made a proxy out of Iran. And they are making proxies out of other Muslim nations to destroy Israel. But you won't proceed no further, Russia. The Lord is going to destroy you when you come down to Israel with all your allies. I know that Ukraine has been given to you, and a couple other nations, if you can overthrow them. Daniel chapter 12, verses 2 through 3 plus 10. King James Bible only. Verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Verse 10, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. This is the word of God. Will God destroy sinners? He's going to destroy those who destroy the earth. And he will destroy sinners out of the earth. God will destroy all sinners. No preacher will tell you this, because he is a fake. Ever hear of abortion? Take a look in Revelation chapter 2, verses 20 through 23. Keep your eyes open, saints. Keep praying and keep on judging. Sinners cannot judge us, but we can judge them. This has been God's News Today. GSR News. HP News. Keep your eyes open. I'm God's Scribe Roger.